and welcome everybody to another episode of Demi-God discussion. I'm your co-host Adrian.
Adrian's in the bathrobe.
That's Randy.
Yeah.
And Gianni.
Wonderful. I'm in a bathrobe because this is my house and I can do whatever I goddamn please.
He's slipping his titties at us. He has hairy nipples.
It's fucking... Oh my
It's too
god.
hot for this shit.
I will
It really
need a
is.
confirm nor deny.
California is a goddamn wildfire this summer.
Literally 106 degrees. Like, why? Why? And people still think fucking global warming is a myth. Well, I'm sorry. I don't remember getting fucking 112 degrees here.
I don't know. I think the South Pole is pretty cool.
I'm going to actually fucking...
I don't know. It was pretty cold last month.
Shut the fuck up. That is not...
Not cool. That's my balls are hot.
It was not cool last month. Dude, I remember when summer first started, I kept trying to, like, beg my mom to, like, let us install the ACs, right? And she'd be like, no, wait until it gets hotter, wait until it gets hotter. And I'd get fucking times where it'd be like 90, 95 degrees in my room. And I'd be like, fuck, we gotta put the ACs in. And then the next day, it'd be fucking 50 degrees. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on, dude?
Yeah, that sounds like spring, alright. Remember when it was like raining every other day?
Uh-huh.
And in the middle, it'd just randomly be like scorching.
Exactly, yeah.
Going back to being rainy all over again.
Yeah, that's not normal, dude.
I don't know, that's pretty normal.
That's really not normal.
That doesn't sound like global warming to me. It sounds like it got pretty cold.
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
I remember that one Donald Trump video. I was like, I don't know. I don't think global warming's real. It's pretty nice and chilly out here today. It was so stupid.
Yeah, I don't think murder is a big problem. No one I've ever known has been murdered. That's literally the same fucking reasoning.
Yeah, I think rape's a big problem because I'm about to rape you right now. Get ready now.
Anyways, so a bit of housekeeping. I hope you guys enjoyed the last episode.
Housekeeping. I didn't come here for housekeeping. No,
Yeah, Agent cleaned the room.
Shut the fuck
It's
up.
nasty, bro.
My room is cleaner than it has ever been before, dude.
Bro, like he has his drumsticks on the floor. Like, look at these bags. 1, 2, 3.
That has
4.
been standard for like
Damn, there's
3 months,
used
yeah.
underwear down there too.
That's yours, dude.
Oh yeah, that explains a lot then.
Yeah.
I wonder if shit stings.
No.
Anyways, I hope you guys liked the last podcast episode. That will maybe or maybe not happen a little bit more often, depending on how often we get to record. But I really don't want to miss any more uploading schedules. You know what I mean? So if for some reason we can't get an episode out on time, you guys will listen to me read while the dogs bark in the fucking background. God, that was super annoying.
You should just silence them. It might silence them forever, but it'll silence them.
Oh, shut the
fuck up.
Anyways, so today we're reading the first 10 chapters of The Battle of the Labyrinth. Now,
Worst book. No, I'm kidding. That was pretty good.
yeah, the first 10 chapters I really much enjoy. I love the complexity of everything that's going on in this book. But we'll get to that when we get there. It's only the first 10 chapters. But, I don't know. I think the beginning's pretty alright. Do not fucking play Uno. We are not doing this again.
No worries. We will talk about the book along with you. Every single point you make, we'll make a comment. On promise, on God.
I'm going to yell at the top of my
Do
goddamn lungs.
not play Uno silently then.
Yeah, no worries. But we'll make a comment to every single thing you say.
Yeah. If we get to 5 patrons, we'll release a live stream of us playing Uno. I'm kidding. We don't have a Patreon. No one. We don't have a
If we reach
Patreon.
200 downloads, we will play Uno live.
200.
Uno live.
That's more reasonable. We're at 120 right now. But no, we don't have a Patreon. No one wants to give us fucking money. I mean, why? I mean, we have one mic.
If we get to 300 downloads, we'll release unedited audio of us playing X Defiant.
Oh God. No. If we get to 500 downloads, I'll live stream for 8 hours straight about me playing Fortnite. Except for six of those hours, I'll have to go and do an indiscriminate task. So I'll leave you guys alone.
Oh, God.
And save you from my Fortnite gameplay.
Dude.
Oh.
We get so pissed playing games, dude.
Seriously, oh my fucking god.
Who can blame me when I'm playing Ace Attorney and the prosecutor pulls out evidence that they pulled
600
out
downloads and we'll get a live
life.
stream of Randy raw dogging an Ace Attorney trial.
Yep. Yeah. We'll see. We have to get 600 downloads before I beat this next one though.
Yeah. The only game I don't get mad at these days is Hades. That's literally
700 downloads and we'll actually afford another mic anyway.
Let's go.
800 downloads and we'll throw it back on live stream.
Get us to 1,000 downloads, please, and then we can actually afford to put ads in our podcast episodes.
Don't let him do that. You know he's gonna put ads by like sex toy commercials.
Oh God, no.
Manscaped.
Alright, before we talk about Percy Jackson, let's talk about our sponsor.
I wouldn't mind getting a package.
Getting a Manscaped package.
You know,
I don't have to pay for it, Doug.
Yeah. Yo, Manscaped,
I get paid
hit us
for
up.
it.
We're your perfect demographic. 18 to 30, like, what's the age demographic? Like 18 to 32 or something like that?
No.
The only one I know is 18 to 45. We're 18 to 45 aged males. You know, we would love some of your products. So, if you want to just hit us up at demigoddiscussion@gmail.com. I don't check my emails. Yeah.
Who would send us an email anyway?
I don't know. I mean, we've gotten a couple, but it's just like, you know.
Spam?
No, not spam, but like letting me, it's like an email. Your episode's been uploaded, and it's just like, yeah, I know, I fucking did it myself.
Haha.
Anyways, so, enough of
Are you
that.
playing on your foot? What the hell?
No, I'm just doing it like this. How else am I gonna fucking organize these shits?
You guys should play Doomlings.
Hell no.
What happened?
Doomlings.
Oh.
It's fun. It only takes 20 to 45 minutes to play. 2 to 6 players. And it's fun for the whole family.
Choose a sack?
Yeah.
We'll choose this one. Adrian, you choose a stack as well.
No, I'm the one that's moderating this.
Yeah,
fucking
moderating.
Already shit episode. It's been
What are you talking about? It's amazing.
It's been 7 minutes and all we've done is sell out to Manscaped.
Yeah, 1,500. We will shave our balls and upload it
Live.
to Pornhub live, and you guys will get to see how good Manscaped is.
Hell yeah.
Actually, we could probably upload it on YouTube. There's some dude who just showed his full-blown crater anus, saying like, "This is how I shave my booty hole." Like, damn, if I had to act gay to upload my booty hole, I'll do it to upload my shaved balls.
Shut the fuck. Continuing. Okay. So, the first chapter is called Chapter 1.
But hold on, let's review. In order, least favorite to favorite book so far.
Are we including this one?
No.
Okay. Least favorite to favorite, it would probably go Sea of Monsters, Titan's Curse, Lightning Thief. In that order.
Understandable.
What about you, Nick?
That's honestly, like, mine, actually. I still think Lightning Thief is the best so far.
Mm.
Yeah, understandable, yeah. Titan Curse and Lightning Thief are like scraping each other right now for first place, but I'll say Lightning Thief.
That's true.
Valid.
And then, okay, and predictions, do you think this won't be... Where do you think you'll place this one so far?
Okay, I'm gonna let you guys do predictions first, because remember, I've read...
Yeah, I know, you've read, like, the whole thing. Anyway.
Yeah, back to back. No breaks.
Okay.
Where do you think this book will place?
Maybe second place.
Yeah?
Maybe third. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how sleep deprived I am next time we do this.
Oh god, that's real.
Yeah, probably the second. Or... If it's not, second, third. I like it definitely better than Sea of Monsters already.
Yeah, not that the Sea of Monsters is bad. It's just the beginning takes a little bit to start up.
No, I'm just kidding.
It's not really. It sets up very good things that will come into play later. I mean, it introduces Typhon, man.
Typhon.
Typhon.
I eat ears for fun.
But yeah, it just takes a little bit to start up in the beginning. I would probably say this will probably rank second once we finish.
Just bend over.
You know, maybe confidently. I don't know. It'll either be tied for second or third depending on how we feel about it. But my prediction is that it'll probably be second out of the 4 total that we're gonna meet. So, we start with chapter 1. I battle the cheerleading squad. So he's 14 in this book, right? So he's starting as a freshman.
Already abusing woman. That's crazy.
You're just like me.
What?
Huh?
Okay.
Anyway, proceed.
Yeah. So he's starting high school. As we all know, this is a very tumultuous time for kids, you know. I remember when I started high school. I was 4'11".
We're already back at this again. God damn it.
180 pounds.
You're 180 pounds?
At 4'11".
At 4'11"?
Probably. I was a fat kid, bro.
Yeah, I was there.
I was fucking like.
And now you're fat, alright? I forget what I'm saying.
Hell yeah. No, I'm going to the gym. I've started going to the gym to lose all this extra fucking weight that I have.
Watch,
But,
Agents, go to the gym with me. You'll be good. I got this new technique. It gonna hurt like hell.
yeah,
for,
your
like,
new
2-3
technique is fucking me in the ass. To
No.
lose
I got a
Call
new
me the
one.
new technique then. What the hell?
new
Yeah. No, this one, because my cousin, he lost like 60 pounds before in 3 months. That's his normal technique. I was like, God damn.
Fuck, dude. I've heard a little bit of what it is though. That sounds intense.
Screw this. I'll just fast, bro.
That's not healthy.
Hey, watch. I'm gonna lose.
Dies.
Yeah, I'll probably die first before anything.
Plus, you end up gaining a ton of weight back once you start eating normally
I
again.
hit it. Yeah, that's true.
Oh.
Okay.
Anyways, so the school he's going to, like Good High School, I think that's what it's called. It's Paul's school.
You've got to be kidding. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, Paul's school.
Paul's school.
The one, you know, with Percy's mother.
The one that's banging his mom.
Yeah.
Dude, he'd be raw dogging her.
Okay, buddy.
He's so lucky.
He's trying to live up to the previous performer. You know what I'm saying?
Gabe?
So we also learned that he's
No,
gonna
what's
start
his name?
going on a date with
Oh,
Annabeth.
No, I mean like. Oh yeah, the
Mhm.
date with Annabeth.
Yay! And he's just like, oh, it's not a date, and his mom's just like, yeah, but you guys are going to a movie and getting food alone.
Oh, okay.
Just
Up until
you
get
two.
purple.
And Percy's like, that's not at all what that means, Mom. Dude, they're into each other. You know what I mean?
No.
You can, within
I'm
this.
into my. What was it? Purple?
Yeah.
I'm into the freaking gun's barrel right now. What the hell is this?
That's pink, actually.
Oh, that's pink. That's right, Randy. I apologize.
Is that actually pink? God,
That's pink,
damn, what's
yeah.
happening to my eyesight? We'll just put this right here.
It's
for
atrocious, is what it is.
Yeah. So he's going on a date with Annabeth, and then who decides to make an appearance except.
Shh, it goes back to you.
What is that?
It goes back to you.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, yeah.
So who decides to make an appearance except the most unlikely character? Rachel Elizabeth Dare.
The chick from the
Hoover Dam.
Yeah, the dam.
Who coincidentally goes to this not only same state, same city, but same
Yes,
fucking school
school.
district as Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's weird. Why the fuck
Bro,
is
she might
she
be
here?
stalking him, dog.
Yeah.
Who knows?
We don't know enough.
I mean, I know.
I wouldn't
I mean,
be
you
stalked.
know, of course, because, you know, you're into little one. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
Whoa,
Anyway,
whoa.
cut that. Just cut it out.
I
Like,
know.
just cut it out. Like
Nah,
as I'm about to say. As I'm about to say,
Aren't
just
they
cut
like
it out.
15, 16?
They're
16?
14. Percy's 14 right now.
Purple.
14?
I think Annabeth is already 15.
You said purple?
Yeah.
Annabeth's already. I think her birthday's before.
Yeah. Her birthday.
Yeah, so she's like 15 right now. And I have no fucking clue when Rachel's birthday is, but I'm gonna assume she's 14 at the moment too. Cause he turns 15. If okay, again, no spoilers.
I'm
but
gonna yell at the top of my
if
lungs
the
if we
book,
keep playing this, bro. We gotta stop
if
playing
the
Uno.
book follows the same course as the first and second book,
Just put this up.
he will turn 15 by the end of the book. The only case that was different was the last book because that took place during the winter. So he sees Rachel Elizabeth there, and he decides,
You play Baldur's Gate.
fuck that, I'm not gonna go deal with that, you know what I mean? And he decides to take, like, a back entrance.
I'm gonna take your back entrance.
Oh, okay.
Shut the fuck up. But yeah, so he takes, like, a back entrance, but he gets ambushed by a bunch of cheerleaders, right?
Lucky.
Who, like, no, not lucky.
Alright.
And they're there to, like, catch any unsuspecting freshmen off guard trying to sneak their way into orientation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they catch Percy. And they call him Fish?
Fish?
Yeah.
I do not remember.
You don't remember that?
No.
We reread this book, like, fucking weeks ago, dude. Like...
Oh, yeah, I read this shit, like, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
It was...
We just literally never had the opportunity to just get together.
Yeah.
Make out for a bit.
Literally, like, so when the last episode came out, I mentioned it during the episode that I had been recording it the same day that it was supposed to come out. But that was literally because we had already read mostly everything, but we just didn't have, like, the opportunities to, like, actually sit down and record together. But we're here now. So, yay! Yippee! The cheerleaders are probably monsters because one of them calls Percy by his full legal name, which is almost always a bad thing for demigods. It's almost always a bad thing for demigods.
In general.
In general, yeah. You
They'd
hear
be
that
like,
from your mom.
Parents come and call you Randy Elias Gassigna. All of a sudden, you know you're getting
Revealing your full legal name on the podcast
That
is
is-
crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's okay. I revealed the size of your penis on stream before. It's not that bad.
3.8 inches?
3.85 inches.
Thank you.
I'll give
Thank
you the benefit of the doubt.
Thank you. We like to round up in this house.
I already forgot what cards we played, by the way.
That's right. They like walk into the school, I believe, but he gets saved when Paul finds him. And obviously he doesn't want to deal with these cheerleaders. One, because they're cheerleaders, they never fucking look in his direction. But also, they're probably evil.
Probably.
Yeah, probably evil.
We can't know for sure until they slice your head off.
Yeah, that usually happens. That's happened to me a couple of times.
Yeah, I always hate it when I have to reattach my head.
I've gotten it surgically reattached 4 times already. You'd think I learned my lesson, but...
Is that 3?
The things men go to for...
What?
To get laid, it's insane.
What? Bro.
What?
I just...
No, not this head.
The flirting will just start happening, dog.
Not this head.
Okay, alright. Randy's face.
Anyways, so he gets saved by Paul. But he almost immediately, I don't want to say ditches him, but he sees Rachel Elizabeth there and he's just like, hey, where's the orientation? And Paul's just like, over there. But are you okay? And Percy's like, yes, I'm perfectly fine. And then fucking full-on sprints towards the gym. I don't know you, but if I was a teacher and I saw a 14-year-old sprinting for their motherfucking life towards the gym, obviously something is fucking wrong. You know, especially if the gym is full of a bunch of other 14-year-olds who are all encased together, full of fucking sweat and hormones and shit, you know what I mean? No 14-year-old wants to be around other 14-year-olds, you know what I mean? They just want to be left alone.
Maybe they're trying to get
I was chilling. The hell?
Me too.
I wasn't.
We are very different.
Yeah. Anyways, so they get to the orientation, and Rachel Elizabeth there still fucking manages to find them. Somehow, there's 300 fucking people there, and she's somehow managing...
She definitely got like a tracker on him, on God. There's no way. I would not be able to... My bad. I could not be able to find my mother in like a Target sometimes. How is she able to find this motherfucker?
Literally, there's 300 other students there, and she manages to pick the one spot where she looks up and just fucking sees them. Anyways.
Mogs him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, continue.
She ends up sitting next to him, I think. Because she sees him from below the bleachers. And she's just like, what are you doing here? Like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? And they just get to talking. Obviously, she's not from the Hoover Dam area. But as soon as the cheerleaders get on stage, she fucking freaks out. And she's like, hey, we have to go. We have to run.
Give me that cock.
Right. And she just starts, like, she leaves. You know. And... Stop fucking playing Uno!
We're almost done with the game.
But she ends up leaving... And Percy decides to go...
Those are my balls in your
Shut
face. Alright, is that your plus one?
Yes.
Shut the fuck up,
Is it your turn?
Oh, yeah, that's right. You got clapped. Uno.
Okay. But yeah, so she ends up ditching the auditorium, and Percy ends up following her, and... they end up going to, like, the band room and hiding behind a bunch of bongos or some shit. And so Rachel Elizabeth there finds out the truth, right? That, like, he's a half-blood and the monsters are real and shit. And she's like, yes, I was right, I'm not crazy. So we got another fucking schizophrenic on our hand.
Let's go!
Yeah.
That's 5 in the team now.
Yeah. But they actually get caught by the Impulsi. They're called Impulsi.
Impulsi?
Impulsi. Impussy? I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it's Empousai. So Impulsi. I think that's Impulsi. Shut the fuck up. Impulsi? Impulsi.
Huh? We switched?
Yeah, Impulsi.
I don't know. Impulsi. Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's Impulsi.
Impussy.
Yeah. So they end up like, so the Impulsi are mainly women. I think they're only women.
Of course they're mainly women.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. They are like vampires. They're the inspiration for vampires, right?
Yeah.
They get like, only one of them has hair that's on fire, right? And that's Kelly.
Isn't she?
She's the leader.
Okay.
But the one that attacks is like her trainee, right?
Mm-hmm.
But both of them have one leg that's made out of metal and one leg that's like a goat leg. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she tries attacking Percy, and Percy says "fuck no" and just
Thrust.
Uno again.
The might of his. I'm not gonna continue that.
No, continue. Go ahead.
No.
What are you gonna say?
He stabs her.
What are you gonna say about this really strong 15-year-old boy? Uno.
14.
Oh no, fuck, never mind. Not Uno. I'm sorry.
And so Kelly does something that's actually really smart on her end. This fucks Percy over a lot. But she starts throwing shit and being like, "Oh my god, Percy, what are you doing? Stop throwing things. Stop it. Stop. No.
Please, no.
Please, no, don't do it." And then doesn't he get like... He gets into like a little trance now?
No, he's like I don't know, he's not really thinking, you know what I mean? Like, all he's just like, oh, I'm gonna fucking, like, I'm gonna kill this bitch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He gets into that wife beater mindset where he's just like, all I'm gonna do is fucking stab her, you know what I mean?
No!
And so he goes to stab her, and immediately...
No! Sorry, what happened, Adrian? Oh, yeah, he goes to stab her? That's crazy.
He goes to stab her, and then as soon as he stabs her, the door opens, and you see Paul leading a bunch of freshmen into the band room.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dude, he's just like a senior.
Hold on. He's leading the orientation, right? And she bursts into flames. And so
sounds
basically,
like the average high school party.
Basically, Percy just murdered a cheerleader in front of his... Well... in front of his mom's boyfriend / teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So, yay! Isn't that so much fun?
He was like, I thought better of you.
Yeah, I think there's like a hole. Sometime during the commotion, like a fucking hole bursted out of the wall or something.
I think.
No, they like climb out a bursted out window. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, the windows like blew out because there's fire and shit everywhere.
Yeah.
Just like you.
And so they run out, and they run into Annabeth. And Annabeth is there. She's all like, oh, hey, like, you're out early. So she was going there early to already be there when Percy was going to get out, by the way.
They don't like each other, remember this.
They don't?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, 100% they don't like each other.
Yeah, clearly.
But she's there, what seems to be fucking... How long is, like, middle school orientation? At least, like, an hour early.
That.
You know what I mean? The orientation has just started.
That was, like... 3 hours for me.
Well, yeah, but remember, they've already been there for a little bit, and they've already... I'm saying, like, at
I think maybe, like, an hour has passed. Or, like, an hour and a half.
You know,
so she's been an hour and a half early. God damn.
Like, at least an hour, though. At least an hour.
Nah.
You know what I mean? And she's like, hey, you're out, you know, she's all dressed up for the day. Well, not dressed up, but you know what I mean?
I pulled up like an hour
and
late
she's just like, hey, like, what's wrong? Because he's, like, covered in soot and shit. And then a fucking woman pops out behind him out of the alleyway. So this already doesn't look good. And she's like, you're going to tell me everything about what just happened. And the fucking writes hit like her fucking number down on the, in Sharpie on his hand.
Not
You know
slick.
what I mean?
And then
Actually,
and
no, that
Percy's
was
just
slick.
Mm-hmm. And it,
Percy's just like, don't worry about it, please. He's like praying. He's like, please, no.
literally,
It's all
he's
going
just like,
bad.
stop! You're ruining my aura in front,
Oh,
in
God.
front of the hot blonde chick. No.
It's like, no.
Yeah, and
Percy's
so
like mogging.
and then Annabeth is clearly jealous. Clearly jealous. She's
I
just
wouldn't
like,
say
oh,
clearly jealous.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really? Her mood
Yeah.
immediately switches.
She only had the mood of a jealous girlfriend or something. You know, it's just nothing bad.
Uh-huh.
Nothing.
And so they run off, and she's like, "We gotta go to camp and shit," you know. And
Real.
uh,
Everyone's got to
so
lick
yeah,
off all our sweat.
they gotta go to camp, and she's just like, "Oh, so who's she?" And they're like, and he says, "Oh, she's just someone that we met at the Hoover." And she's like, "Oh, so you met her before?"
Yeah,
She's
I
like,
was
"No,
alone with her in
she's a mortal," and she.
I would have been like, I met my mom before, but that's not a problem, is it?
and Annabeth does the stereotypical girlfriend move. You know, she was cute, wasn't she? And
No! They always
Percy's
try
just
to
like,
get you to get
yeah,
a slip of
yes,
the tongue like that.
yes, and Percy's just like, I don't know, I never really noticed. Not the right answer, dude.
You're supposed to say, nah, she's ugly as hell, she's stinky.
That's the only right answer. The only right answer is, I'm sorry, I don't look at other
Bro,
women.
she looked like a man on God.
The other right answer is, I only look at men.
Exactly.
Oh, wait, no.
Yeah.
She'd be like, are you calling me a man?
Of course.
In which case, yeah, you say, of course.
I mean, look at those sturdy hands. You want to build you want to be an architect? Man, that's a man.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. That's fucking insane. That's insane, buddy.
Don't cut that out. That's crazy.
Okay.
That reminds me when my middle school teacher told one of our friends, like, she was a girl that would hang out with us a lot, right?
Mm.
And she told her, if you hang out with boys so much, you should just become one. Yeah, needless to say, her dad pulled up to the school later that day.
Yeah,
she
what
said
the
that.
fuck? Anyways,
Yeah, that's teacher for saying some sexist stuff.
Chapter 2. The Underworld sends me a prank call. So, first off, Annabeth is immediately apprehensive. She doesn't say much during the taxi ride, because they take a taxi there, and it's a long taxi ride. And she's just
It's
silent.
very awkward, you know.
Yeah, it's super awkward. But they get to Camp Half-Blood. As soon as they get out of the taxi, Annabeth's just like, I gotta go. And she's like, what? Why? I'm working with Clarice. What? On what? Secret. And then fucking dips.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's already like, oh, okay, you know.
When I'm trying to skip all the
Yeah, that's
dialogue.
crazy.
Yeah, so he wanders around. Yeah, he wanders around. He says hi to like the pet dragon that they a draken, I think, that they have
Dragon.
guarding the dragons and drakens are different things. But they have a pet one just guarding the tree, obviously because it has a golden fleece on it and shit. And they.
He's hitting the toothless.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh.
Real. He's literally me. I could never be half as cool as Toothless is. Anyways, so he decides to vent off some steam and go practice, right? Walks in. There's another fucking hellhound at a camp.
Another one?
Another one.
Who the hell is in charge of security at camp, bro?
Exactly. The first one that fucking clawed open his fucking chest, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk about that much. It claws open his fucking
guts
chest.
poured out. His heart was gone. His ribcage broken.
That was like the size of like a rhino, right? Which is, you know, still
pretty fucking big. It's
so
small,
big.
Though.
Rhino
but he
was
says
like
this one is the
4
size
fat
of a
people.
fucking garbage truck.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm assuming, because again,
No,
there's
that's like 7 fat people.
bro. There's
Or
like
8.
implications later that it's not that big, right? But I mean, you guys have seen the garbage trucks that go around here.
It's
They're
like they
fucking
say it's
tall.
not that bigness because like they're bending more like this with their little hands probably.
Yeah, but no.
Imagine
The
they stand
reason being is like again,
Yeah.
and we'll get to that later. But I want to assume it's the size of like a small garbage truck, still fucking huge.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? But yeah, and then Percy decides, okay, I'm gonna sneak up on this thing.
I need Percy to get hit by one of these things and get up and be like, things are getting interesting.
Yeah. But he pulls out the sword, right, and he's like, okay, I'm gonna sneakily attack it, and then fucking yells as he's running at it. He goes,
Homie rolled a crit miss on his way towards it.
Nah, that motherfucker got parried by a new character. The new sword instructor, his name is Quintus, right? He's muscular, he's got graying hair, so silver fox type, already. I'm
Your
not
bathroom is open. I'm touching you.
real. Sorry, I've been really sexually frustrated lately because I've been seeing so many like trailers for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Anyway, continue.
Yeah,
Please
so
continue.
I get the mention. Any mention of an older man with silver hair is like, but so. He's there as a sword instructor, and he's helping Chiron because Mr. Okay. So...
I formally request to leave from this podcast.
Okay. But yeah. So he's helping him because Mr. D is away, and Percy's just like, oh, so things are terrible, because if even Dionysus is away from his, like, his grounding.
Imprisonment, yeah.
Yeah, it's bad. So Quintus is there to help Chiron keep things stable. He's a sword instructor, you know what I mean? And they actually start, like, they start, do they start sword fighting? No, huh? They just start talking, and then we find out that Quintus is a half-blood.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them do survive till old age, and there's a bunch of, like, boxes and shit in the fucking, yeah, there's a bunch of boxes and shit that say, like, oh, like, hazard, don't open, or, like, open this side up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
From, like, Demon Ranch or something like that.
I don't remember what the name was.
They're from a ranch, and we're gonna want to keep that ranch in mind for later.
Oh, that ranch, okay.
Mm-hmm. Chiron comes in, and he picks up Percy, like, lets him ride on his back, because remember, he's a horse, he's a centaur, because they gotta go see Grover, right, because something is going on. I wrote down here, there's another continuity error on page 27. Oh yeah, Triple G Ranch, fragile, this and that, that's what the box is saying.
Triple G? Knock off Triple H?
Knock off Triple A?
H.
Oh, H?
Here we go. Chiron said we needed to hurry, so I let him give me a ride on his back. As we galloped past the cabins, I glanced at the dining hall. An open-air Greek pavilion on a hill overlooking the sea. It was the first time I'd seen the place since last summer, and it brought back bad memories. If we remember, there's a giant crack in the ground, right? Because Nico opened up the fucking earth and swallowed the skeleton. That was not last summer. That was 6 months beforehand in the winter. So...
Maybe he just wasn't at the mess hall, you know what I'm saying? Like, what if he just...
It was literally in the pavilion when it happened, bro.
What if he didn't get a good look at it since? What, you never just go into your kitchen and grab something? He was in the pavilion twice in the last book. He was in the pavilion like 3 times in the last book. It's like me going to school and, I don't take a good look at it. I just exist there. And then one day I take a good look, I'm like, damn.
Stop trying to justify the continuity errors happen, and...
This is that Ace Attorney witness testimony right
and listen, I'm sorry. It's gonna happen a lot throughout this series.
I didn't notice the dead body hanging from the ceiling.
This man has 30 books. I'd be impressed if there wasn't at least one continuity error. Granted, this is like the 3rd one already, but that's fine.
There's always going to be a continuity error.
Yeah. I think you're the one that said that most likely if they have to go back to explain something that happened, it initially probably wasn't their intention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why sequels tend to not work out that well.
I do that all the time when we play D&D. I'm like, actually, this happens. I've already forgotten, like, 7 characters' names. You guys remember that one dude, like, the new kid at camp in our D&D session?
The one that Jesse called a...
He had, like, blue dyed... Like, his hair wasn't dyed blue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I gave him a name, right? I don't remember it.
That's crazy.
Well, I don't think you told us the name.
I did.
I don't remember shit.
Chiron fucking announced him at camp.
His name is now Louis.
His name is now Bloy. Great. Hey, sorry, we're running a homebrew D&D session based off Percy Jackson because we're fucking nerds.
Continue.
I was forced into this. I was
still, my guy.
Yeah, really? we're barely on chapter 2. This is fine. This is fine. All right.
What do you mean fine? Go.
Yeah. No, dude, this is standard. We'll be 30 minutes in and we'll be 2 chapters in. And then the next hour we'll speed run through 8 fucking chapters.
Alright, yeah, okay, go.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so they have to go to the Council of Cloven Elders because that's where Grover is because he's in the middle of a hearing. They go. Grover has a girlfriend. Yeah. She's a dryad.
I forgot about that, man.
Yeah, bro, the freaking, the Artemis chicks got away, so it was like, I gotta get the next best thing on God.
Yeah. Next best thing. Next best thing. No, I mean, they seem happy. Her name is Juniper. Shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
Go ahead and explain why this joke works.
Wood sculpting.
She's a dryad because she's Juniper. No, it doesn't work because she lives in the juniper bushes, not a tree.
Hey, Juniper is named after a tree.
Shut the fuck up.
Still works.
He'd be like, I want some of that, like...
Okay.
Is there any, like, extract that you can get from juniper? Juniper extract? I don't know. I was gonna make a sex joke, but I decided not to.
Berries come out of bushes.
Berries come out of it, yeah. Cherries, perhaps.
That berry juice, you know what I'm saying?
Do cherries grow out of juniper bushes?
I'm trying to figure out.
Time to figure it out. I'm just saying, Grover's probably popping some of them cherries.
Oh, God.
In his mouth, you dirty motherfuckers. Wait, hold on.
That's not any better,
Pause.
He'd be popping 2 cherries at a time then.
Shut the fuck up. I don't think cherries grow on juniper bushes.
We'll see.
Anyways,
what grows up?
But yeah, so basically the council is there because they don't believe that Pan spoke to Grover. At the end of the last book, remember, that's how it ended, like he spoke to him.
They don't grow on juniper bushes.
Freaking Pan dies, right?
Huh?
No.
Pan dies, right? No?
No?
Okay. I'm tripping then. I'm sleep deprived as hell.
He's reading too many things, too many stories.
Yeah, what the fuck are you talking about?
I think it's because I'm reading other stuff at the same time right now. It's okay, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Clearly something about Peter Pan's death, bro, after Captain Hook clearly just chopped him.
Dude, that scene had my sister crying, bro. When she was a teen, bro. Dude, she cried at everything. Never mind, the Pokemon movie is valid, actually.
Wait, what are you talking about? Peter Pan?
No, that was a joke, bro.
Oh, okay. Wait.
That movie had my sister crying. She was like,
gaslighting you, bro. You fell for it.
The Pokemon movie?
Do you know
it's the Pokemon movie. Yeah,
where Ash freaking
everybody
dies.
fucking cried at the Pokemon movie.
Was I the only one that didn't cry?
Bro, I was happy. I was like, finally, he sucked ass at the gym.
He finally won one after 20 years, bro. He had one in the bag and fumbled it.
Red won his first one.
Not only that, he became Gen 2 or Gen 4? Both, actually. He became freaking top dog in 2 generations.
Okay.
Terrorized little kids, just like me at the preschool.
Okay, moving on. Long story short, the council gives him 1 week to prove his claim, right? To find Pan, or else they strip him of his searcher's license because blasphemy. I don't know. It's 3 old fat fucking satyrs, you know what I mean? And it's like, nah, go fuck yourself. You know
Search for him yourself, oh wait, you can. And then slap their bellies and
so they go, Juniper's crying, Grover's upset, but they have to go because, Clarice is there. And Clarice is actually holding back Juniper from starting the fight, which is, not very Clarice-like.
We're just like, huh?
Yeah. But they have to go because cabin inspection is about to happen, and it's being done by Selena Beauregard? She's the head counselor for the Aphrodite cabin. Right? Mm-hmm. So he goes and he's like, fuck it. Like, it's gonna be terrible. It's probably the exact same way I left it. Trash strewn about clothes. He walks in, Tyson's back!
And
And that motherfucker be cleaning, bruh. He's over here sweeping and shit. Yeah. He's got fucking seahorses fucking gliding on the ceiling and shit,
Was he really?
I did a little off-screen grinding.
He ended up repairing his shield and shit. Yeah, exactly.
Remember when I was like, I did a bit of off-screen grinding in Persona 3, and I was like max level Persona. You remember that? That's crazy.
So they end up passing inspection, and they end up heading to the forges. You know.
I don't know.
But they go. Beckendorf is there, you know, and he's excited because he gets to work with the Cyclops. You know, Cyclops are master blacksmith.
Yes.
Let's go! I can upgrade my forging level. Bah, bah, bah.
I can upgrade my forging level.
Instead of bah, it's now bonk.
Bonk.
Bonk. Bonk.
Bonk is statistically better than bah. So yes.
I believe that. I run a bonk build in Dark Souls 1 where it's just a gigantic tree branch that I smack everything with. Yeah, you shot a butt with it, so
that's fucking.
It was good.
God damn, bro. Okay, so we also learn that Tyson is scared of Grover.
Oh yeah.
Because his goat legs freak him out or something like that.
Valid.
Little goat boy legs scare me.
Goat boy is scary, I think is what he says.
I don't like goat's legs. They scare me too much.
Yeah. So he leaves him. He leaves him at the forge, and he decides to go to do some more sword fighting. And he's practicing with Quintus, and his shoulder strap falls down, and we see that there's a marking on it, and he thinks it might be a birthmark, but he looks a little closer, and it's almost looking like he was branded. And he's ADHD, so he's just like, "Hey, what's that?" And Quintus fucking gets caught off guard, slips up. You know what I mean? You know. Readjusts it, and then literally presses Percy hard enough to where he's just like, "Nah, you're not fucking talking anymore." Bah, 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 bah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and then Percy dies on the spot.
Yeah.
Yes.
The end. Bye-bye.
Yeah, there's nothing left to talk about.
They go to dinner, right? And this is where, they see the giant crack in the ground, right? And Percy decides it's a good idea to tell Tyson about Nico. That Nico is a son of Hades. Right? Why? Well, because he just can't lie to him. And surprisingly enough, well, I guess not surprisingly, Tyson might be, childish at times, but he understands the gravity of certain situations as they come up. So he's just like, He literally says, we can't say anything because if Kronos found out, he would try to use him for the prophecy. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, oh, interesting. Okay. So Tyson finds out about Nico. They go back. They fall asleep, and then the fountain starts fucking talking to Percy, because there's a giant saltwater fountain in his room now.
Bro, I'd have been like, what the fuck is happening?
The saltwater fountain was introduced last book. You guys remember that?
Yeah, wasn't it broken?
No, it wasn't broken.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of the D&D. I think you had a fountain that was broken, so my brain kind of just
yeah.
I'm kind of forgetting for some reason.
Yeah. Again, this is remember it's been a couple of weeks.
My memory of this book in general is dying on me.
Mm-hmm. That's why I got notes. Don't worry, we got this.
Let's go.
So the fountain starts talking to Percy, please insert 1 drachma.
Oh, only drachma.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
It's 1 drachma a minute. I'd be like, hey.
Well, we'll see. So he gets a drachma because there's a bunch in the pool, right? Flips it up and he's just like, "Show me who you want to show me," and he goes and it's Nico, right? And Nico is okay. Hold on, this is the first time. What exactly?
No, it's he flips it. It's a freaking. It's a message of just the Olympians doing their Olympian calendar. They're all just freaking flexing and everything into the camera.
They're doing that Hercules pose.
Huncules.
Oh, big waist, big gains.
I'm such a bad note taker. I'm looking up, I completely forget that, they actually ended up talking to Annabeth after the forges and shit, right?
There's Zeus changes.
They take a what in the forge?
Imagine Zeus is freaking... He changes his form to a big buff guy, and he's just flexing into the camera. He gets all tanned up, oiled.
He oils up. He's slathering across his pecs.
Yeah, you gotta make sure he looks good for any woman.
Real.
He's getting an oil dispenser, just going there across.
As he's getting oiled as he's taking a photo.
Yeah.
He's having the sunlight gleam across his face.
Okay, I found it. They go to the canoe lake with Annabeth, and that's when he finds out that he's scared of Grover because of his hooves and his horns. And the goat fur makes his nose itchy and shit. But yeah. So he ends up Yeah, so he's looking at Nico, and he ends up finding out, I think, that he's in the underworld right here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And he's burning all of his mytho magic cards and shit, you know what I mean?
Isn't this the part where he gets a bunch of Mickey D's? Or
no, that's later.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's later. So he's, fucking burning all his shit, and then a ghost comes out of nowhere. He doesn't see him, right? But this ghost is very clearly super manipulative. Yeah. You know what I mean? Classic male manipulator type shit.
You're pretty mature for your age.
type shit.
You're smarter than the rest of them.
No one understands you like I do.
What you should do is do what I say.
I'm the only one that can help you here.
It gives that
I feel like there's a connection between us.
I don't think the age gap is that weird.
Oh.
I'm actually into it, that weird type of shit. Yeah, he ends up convincing Nico to, bring back his sister's soul, and it's using, a soul for a soul type thing. And it's implied, he's gonna fucking kill Percy to bring back Bianca. And that's the end of that chapter. Chapter 3, we play tag with scorpions. Yippee. They go to breakfast. There ended up being an Ethiopian drag king outside of camp and shit. But the guard.
I thought you said drag queen for some reason.
No, the guards the guard thing that they have managed to scare it away and shit. Oh, here we go. So Percy sits down right at his table with Tyson, and then Grover comes up to sit with him, and they're talking shit. And then Annabeth also comes up to sit with him, right?
Oh my god. Sorry.
Cookie's table.
Yeah. But no, that's weird because campers are meant to sit with their other cabin members, you know what I mean? So she's technically breaking the rules right now, sitting with him. And they're trying to convince Grover to go into the labyrinth. That's what
And he doesn't like the underground, right?
Yeah, he doesn't like the underground. That's what Clarice was looking for. That's what her secret mission was last book. This was set up last book. They're if there's any way to find him, it'll be through the labyrinth. But he doesn't like the underground. He doesn't like any of that. They're trying to convince him. Bada bing, bada boom. We also find out that Chris Rodriguez. Do you guys remember Chris Rodriguez?
Yeah, the guy that was with Luke.
Yeah. So in the show, he's actually a more prominent character. He has lines and shit. In the books, the first time we see him is in the second book when he's on the yacht. Now, he's come back, and now we know what happens to poor Chris in season 4 of the show, or what's gonna happen. He's gonna be driven fucking insane.
That's why they probably introduced him earlier in the show, to make people be like, oh my god.
No, I feel like that's exactly the reason. That's exactly the reason. But yeah. He was driven insane. Clarice found him, washed, not washed up, but, he was in the desert murdering shit about string and basically in, 100-degree weather and all, war gear and shit, you know what I mean? Yeah. And that's when we find out that, Luke's army is trying to, traverse the maze, the labyrinth, Mm-hmm. And they're but how could that help them? The nearest entrance is still, a couple miles away, you know what I mean? But anyways, they're how is this helping? There's something else is going on here. And we also find out that Grover is also terrified of Tyson, which makes sense, I mean, he had the whole encounter with Polyphemus 2 books ago.
You are my bride. Hurry up with the... What was it?
We shall have a wonderful honeymoon night. Polyphemus has not had satisfaction since nobody.
Being pent up after years.
Decades.
Sheep wool can only do so much. Oh, God. So, after dinner... Quintus is just alright guys, we're going on a hunting party. We're gonna go fucking hunt monsters in the woods. This is where I got the inspiration for that scenario, by the way. Mm-hmm. No, you came up with that, no? Or did I?
I came up with it.
I gotta check.
I think I came up with that. I came up with the scenarios.
That was definitely me.
It was probably Randy.
It was
Shut the fuck up.
I came up with the entire D&D campaign.
My ass, you were.
Thank you. Gianni came up with like 90% of the rules. I'm just making the story as we go.
Bruh, is this true?
You really made it on the spot.
Yeah.
You should bend
obviously, I'm revamping it right now because there's things we don't use, like the activity points and shit.
Yeah, whatever happened with that?
We're just not gonna use them.
What the hell is that?
It's too many things on top of an already semi-complicated system. You know what I mean? But anyways, moving forward.
Huh?
So they're going to... Yeah, so they're gonna fight monsters. People start getting paired up before Quentin's just like, the pairs have already been picked out. You know what I mean? So they start listing it off. Beckendorf is with Selena Beauregard, and Beckendorf is just like, fuck yeah. You know what I mean? Because she's hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Definitely has nothing to do with Hephaestus and Aphrodite, but it's fine.
Yeah, definitely not. Tyson and Grover get paired together, and both of them are just like,
disgusting.
Can we switch? And Quintus is just like, no.
Deal with it.
No, deal with it. And Percy gets paired with Annabeth. Percy tells Annabeth about the Iris message, right? And she's just like, I don't know, something seems off, Ghosts are never trustworthy. They always have some sort of grudge, always trying to find ends to a mean, all that. Or a means to an end. Either way, because that's the only reason why they're ghosts and haven't passed on yet, you know what I mean? Because they have grudges. At that exact moment, Juniper pops out of nowhere, and she's just like, oh, guys, there's something that you guys need to see, Well, actually, no, she's like, she's worried because she thinks Grover's fucking cheating on her. Right? She's just like...
Turns out he is, by the way.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
He's like, he had a crush on a blueberry bush one time.
I don't know that.
Wait.
She was just like, he had a crush on a blueberry bush one time. She's crying. She's got, like, green tears and shit. But they managed to calm her down, right? And she's just like, oh, like, by the way, like, there's something that, like,
Grover
I need to show you
bush,
guys.
damn, you're nicely trimmed.
The bush has no leaves, and it's just like, I like them clean shaved.
Oh, he's like, I like all the volume you got there.
Oh my god.
Juicy berries on
He's like stroking the leaves.
About to explore the jungle, know what I mean?
Oh god.
Anyways, Jesus. Movie Grover definitely would do some shit like that.
Oh yeah.
No, he was too much into real woman. This one's into.
This one's like bushes. A normal fucking person, dude. Movie Grover is a fucking...
He's the token black guy.
He's the token funny black guy.
He was the Kevin Hart.
He's the Kevin Hart. Yeah.
Well, so, he was the most realist one there. He was. Stephanie, dog.
His dancing scene, bro. How he pulled up to all those Aphrodite girls.
How he gets pegged by Persephone.
Mm-hmm. He's so lucky, man.
I know. Anyways, so keep in mind, there's like 20 different groups in the forest. There's only 6 scorpions. They get jumped by fucking 3 of them. How? So, they're like, they're fighting one, and then the other 2 come up and they're just like, shit, like, like, fuck. And then they're getting back into a corner in Zeus's fist.
Nah, bro, this is just like me and Smite, bro. There's 3 lanes. There's 5 people on each squad, and for some reason, there's 4 people on my lane. Like,
that's so
real.
I'd be getting gangbanged by 5 people in solo lane. They'd be diving my tower and freaking going all the way past my lane just so they could screw up my farm. And then my team, in the meanwhile, is doing thug shakers on each other, touching tips, bro. Like, come on, what's happening here?
Anyways, so they end up getting back into the corner in Zeus's fist. And Percy's just like, we gotta go in here. And she's just like, what? No, like, we'll be stuck. And he's like, no, we got this. And so they go in. He accidentally, like, touches something and it goes blue. And they fall straight through the fucking ground.
What an idiot.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
And they're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, he holds up his sword for light. And I was just like, hold on. Don't move, right? Take 2 steps back. Right? They take 2 steps back.
2 steps back.
And she's like, okay. feel the wall for like a symbol, and they feel for it. It's like a triangle, right? It's a symbol of Daedalus.
It's Triforce. Oh, no.
You know, the ground or the ceiling above them opens up, and they hear people calling for them. Right? They manage to climb back up, and they realize that they've been gone for an hour. Like a whole hour. They were in whatever this space was, right? For like fucking 2 minutes, if that. And it was a whole hour. And then they end up finding out that this is an entrance to the labyrinth inside of the camp.
What's the time conversion rate?
Well, I did the math, just so you would know.
Okay.
So every 2 minutes is an hour. Now, we'll get more statistics for this later on, which actually directly contradict me. But I'm just going to hold those for later because we don't have a direct time of reference for how long they were in there. Could have been a minute, could have been 2. Right?
Could have been 5.
Long story short, at most they were in there for like 5 minutes. It's anywhere from every minute equals an hour, so time is sped up by a proportion of like times 60. You know what I mean? Okay. Or it could have been 5, so time's only sped up by a proportion of times 20. You know what I mean? We'll see, and we'll see later. Again, we don't have any direct frame of reference like we did with the Lotus Casino, which I think is good. Because with the Lotus Casino, you had 3 different things that contradicted each other. Percy, the fucking cool guy Dan, and then Nico and Bianca.
It's like where you were standing.
Where I wouldn't doubt that if different places had different...
maybe the dosage of the leaves you took.
Well, remember, in here, they didn't take any. It was pumped through the air.
Got it?
In the show, it was pumped through the air.
What if you're like the closer you were to a vent, the more it was just like fucking with you?
Maybe. I don't know. Again, this is a children's book, bro. We're not going to dive that deep into it.
Nah, we got to dive deep into it.
Yeah, we got to go as deep as possible.
Okay, calm down.
That's the end of the chapter.
We gotta go
Chapter 4, Annabeth breaks the rules. So, Percy dreams of a boy and his father, right? The boy and his father. Do they end up saying their names? I think so. I'll just say now, this is Daedalus and his son Icarus, right? This is right after the events of Theseus killing the Minotaur and stealing the whip. I'm pretty sure they say their names. Yeah. This is right after, like, Theseus killed the Minotaur and basically stole away Ariadne.
Isn't Icarus, but, like, Icarus is told, like, the second time this story rolls around. This is Daedalus right now.
Well, yeah, but it's his son.
Yeah. Okay.
So, if you have any knowledge of Greek mythology, you know, Daedalus and Icarus, right? So, Daedalus is like an old man-ish, you know, like maybe 50s, 60s, and he's essentially being tortured by Minos. He's like, you know what, you like your labyrinth so much, you're gonna be fucking stuck in it. The labyrinth is mine, you know. And so they're stuck, forced to work on a bunch of projects for King Minos. That's the end of the dream. Next day, they hold a war council to discuss the fact that, hey, there's a fucking labyrinth entrance in the camp, right? Juniper had known about this, right? Which is why she had tried to warn Annabeth and Percy. The reason she knew about this was because she saw Luke go into it. Why was she following Luke?
But everybody had a crush.
Why didn't she tell her?
She had a crush on him.
Every woman had a crush on Luke.
Every woman had a crush on Luke.
This motherfucker got like the most stunning son of a bitch.
It's half the fucking reason so many people decide to fucking follow him. Honestly,
I gotta see this official art.
I was just about to say, why didn't
she look at the new official art. The old official art does not do any character any fucking justice.
Which one? The new one?
No, the old one. The old one is not good.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's not good. The new one, though, it's pretty good.
Yeah, art for media, for some reason, in early 2000s was...
Oh, it was so shit.
Sketchy.
The fan art was so much better that Rick Riordan actually contacted a fan artist and was just like, hey, you want to make the official art for this? And they're like, fuck yeah. So now Yeah.
It's like
retroactively, all their fan art is now... Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They made a bunch of fan art.
You can tell he got a bulge.
But yeah. Retroactively, all their other fan art that they made is like kind of canon, and they just have a bunch of like cutesy like Percy and Annabeth like fan art and like going on
this is Percy right here, dog.
Yeah, see, See, okay, hold on.
Percy? They made him too handsome, bro.
Exactly. He's 16. He's 16 in that. He's 16 in that.
I'm supposed to believe he's a loser when he looks like that, bro.
Exactly.
Okay, but this is 16 at this point, and you're like training like a motherfucker. You're gonna have to eventually look good.
Yeah.
He's like what?
The
15,
old fan art made him look like a chubby 12-year-old.
16 to look. This is what he is gonna be.
Well, at the current time, he's actually of age. So I will.
Annabeth?
Mm-hmm.
I will say many things.
I can't tell if she looks younger or older than 16.
They're all the same age in that fan art, so she's probably 16 there too. That's actually fan art from Heroes of Olympus, which is the sequel series. So they're like 16. Yeah, see, that's cute. It's cute.
What age is this? They definitely look younger.
That's probably during the events of the first book.
Bro, look at Grover.
That's Grover.
I will post the pictures that we're talking about on the Instagram just for you guys.
Turning into bush explorers, if you will.
Anyways, so basically we find out, I think through Quintus, that Daedalus might be alive. The reason being is that the Labyrinth is directly connected to Daedalus's life force. So if the Labyrinth is still alive, Daedalus is. Now obviously it's like, oh hey, how the fuck is this dude still alive?
Damn.
Sorry. It's like, we don't really know. But they can't seal off the entrance because Clarice tried doing that. She demolished the whole building and it just ended up moving a couple feet. And they can't properly stop an attack. You know what I mean? So, they have to just set a boundary. And then they start, talking, and then Percy and Annabeth start arguing until they're just having, a full-blown fucking fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they're, having a sword fight, Mm-hmm. They're going straight for the head.
I can see why they chose.
Slicing at each other's throats.
Kind of look. Put side to side, you can see the similarities.
Yeah, no, I see that. Again, the acting choices for the movies, I think were definitely, really good. You know what I mean?
Just a little too old.
Well, yeah, obviously, they should have been younger, but, just...
Also.
For how they would have looked later, it would have, yeah. Well, let me see. We gotta get a Daedalus's workshop first. Oh, yeah. So Percy and Annabeth just fucking fight, because Annabeth was just like, oh, I've been studying it for years, I know the Labyrinth better than anybody, and Percy's just like, yeah, from reading about it. She's like, yeah, okay, well, that's not enough. It has to be. It's not. are you gonna help me? And, they just start fucking yelling over each other.
Yeah, she punches him at the end.
Eventually, everybody basically unanimously decides that Annabeth is the one that's gonna go get the quest, right? So, Annabeth goes up to the big house to get the quest, and then Juniper pulls Percy aside to say that she saw Quintus poking around the maze, the entrance to the maze. So this dude's already kind of weird, Second thing, she takes forever up in the attic. So Percy decides, okay, I'm just going to go check on her. Goes up, doesn't make it to the stairs because right next to the stairs there's a trapdoor leading to the basement, right? And in the basement, you see Clarice trying to help Chris Rodriguez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's helping Chris Rodriguez. What happened? Continue.
And
just switch Zelda games like peek in question.
So yeah, he's insane. He ends up catching he ends up looking at Percy and he's like, oh, the son of Poseidon, he's evil, he's, you know what I mean? But Percy's just I don't know if he was necessarily talking about me. Mm-hmm. He had this faraway look in his eyes. Annabeth ends up coming down and we get the prophecy. I have it written down here that the prophecy is on page 73. So,
you are homo, you freaking bozo.
The prophecy says, you shall delve into the darkness of the endless maze. The dead, the traitor, and the lost one raise. You shall rise or fall by the Ghost King's hand, the child of Athena's final stand. Right? And everybody's just like, hey, doesn't that seem kind of fucking, because you're a child of Athena, right? Mm-hmm. She's just like, we shouldn't jump to conclusions, right? And then there's more lines. She just says, destroy with the hero's final breath, right? There's obviously another line after that because they tend to, fucking rhyme. But she doesn't say anything. She's like, no, it doesn't matter. And she's like, I need Percy, Grover, and Tyson. I need those 3 people exactly. I don't care if it's against the ancient fucking laws. The Fates can go fuck themselves.
Bad.
Yeah.
They call me the Fates, huh?
Huh?
Go ahead and what?
So, Charon reluctantly agrees to allow this. Before they leave, Quintus pulls Percy aside and gives him a Stygian ice whistle made out of the river Styx itself. Basically, he says that it can only be used once, and he can call on Mrs. O'Leary, who's the name of the Hellhound, by the way. I don't think we said that. He can call on Mrs. O'Leary whenever.
Let's go!
Woo! Percy's just like, thank you, and in his mind, I'm never gonna fucking use this. Because, again...
In the bottom of the inventory.
Real. Because, again,
I sure wonder if he's gonna have to use this.
Quintus is sus as hell.
Yeah. Quintus right now is sus. He's sus as fuck, guy. You know what I mean? But, Percy decides to visit Annabeth just to see how she's doing. And, she's just like, I don't know, like, I'm stressed and I'm this and this.
Which Zelda game is this from?
That's a Korok, motherfucker.
That's
from which game?
That's the type of shit Grover's
Wind Waker.
I never got to play Wind Waker. I think that's like one of the few.
Breath of the Wild and...
I didn't play Breath of the Wild.
Tears of the Kingdom both have Korok.
That's the type of shit Grover's into.
Shut the... I have a plushie of a Korok from Legend of Zelda, and... Yeah. But you know the Kokiri, right?
No.
The race of everlasting children in the Lost Woods.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, they evolve into that.
More like devolve.
Into this?
Yeah.
I agree with Gianni. More like devolve.
Over time, they evolve into that.
Devolve. Anyway.
Remember
they also lose all their fairies. I don't fucking know what happens to the fairies in the lore. But...
Remember when they become school kids?
No, that's when normal people get...
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's when children get lost in the Lost Woods.
A.K.A. die.
Yeah. Everyone... No, when they get lost. Everyone else dies and becomes, like, the Stalnoxes and shit. Anyways, so Percy visits Annabeth, and to try and cheer her up, they hug. Shut up. Keep in mind, it's just them two. One boy, one girl in the cabin. They're hugging, Yeah. And then Annabeth's brother Malcolm comes in and she's just like, hey! Hi, I'm here. How you guys doing? And they just like, oh, we're Percy's like, we're looking at maps.
Yeah. She's
maps.
Crazy, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love maps. Look, Pennsylvania.
Maps like the hashtag on Twitter.
Shut the fuck up.
I love maps. Google.
And that's the end of the chapter.
Minor attracted person.
Chapter 5. Nico buys Happy Meals for the dead. So, Percy goes to sleep, has another dream, right? We hear Luke's last name for the first time. Luke Castellan?
Like, we never take this one.
Yeah. Luke Castellan. I know, we're gonna speed through this, right?
Okay, how about...
Anyways, so, seeing as how this episode has dragged on for so long, we are actually going to end it at chapter 5. I don't know why we went on so many tangents and shit. It's
fine.
not.
We're rusty. It's fine.
Yeah.
What about syntax?
Yeah. Plus, we're recording this on like a Tuesday instead of our normal Saturday, so we all have shit together.
We're gonna have to phantom taxi.
So this will be our last chapter, and then I'll explain the rest of our scheduling for the next couple of weeks coming up. So, Nico buys Happy Meals for the dead. So, okay, Percy hears Luke's last name in the dream, Luke Castellan. He's, he's talking about how, like, they just need one more soul to the cause before Kronos is, like, fully reformed and shit. Kelly walks in, she's like, oh, we're being spied on. Fucking claws Percy to bits in the dream world, right?
God damn.
He wakes up, he's like, oh my god, the fountain is talking again. It's sprinkling. He goes up and he asks to see Nico. Nico is...
Nico Rob.
He's somewhere. I don't know exactly where he is. I'm not sure if he's still in the underworld. Long story short, he summoned a bunch of skeletons, right? to dig a ditch and everything, right?
And then in the ditch, he puts Mickey.
You know, he fills up the ditch with a bunch of Coke
he's going
cans.
shirtless.
No, shut up. With a bunch of Coke cans, takes a bunch of Happy Meals. Takes a bunch of Happy Meals and dumps them in the thing. In like the puddle of Coke. And the ghost is like, well, what is he? He's just like, back in my day, we just used animal blood. And he's just like, no, I shall treat the dead with respect. And feeds them fucking Happy Meals. Because remember, guys,
imagine
Nico is still 10.
I know.
Nico's a fucking...
being offered, like, freaking Happy Meals. Like, you're just like, dead as shit, and you wake up happy.
Dude, imagine... Okay, hold on. Because we'll see who he summons right now.
But he gotta give me, like, a freaking, like... 2 McChickens, 2 McDoubles.
No, think about it. He summons Theseus. Theseus has never fucking had anything close to a Happy Meal in his life. Imagine being dead for thousands of years. You know, you end up being summoned and you take a sip. First of all, Coke, right? Mm-hmm. And then you get a taste of, like, them fries and that burgers. Dude, that man's fucking dying again. Alright? His ghostly immune system can... Yeah. Victorian children would fucking die of brain rot, dude.
You let them go through...
You sneeze on them, they catch a cold, die immediately. You know? But anyways.
Imagine that McDonald's.
Yeah. So they end up summoning Theseus, right? First of all, I fucking hate Theseus, but that's just because of Hades. This version of Theseus, he's a kid. He's like fucking like 17 or something, you know? Mm. Or, you know. And he's just like, yeah, like I did this, I tried bringing someone back from the dead and yada yada yada, and it doesn't, you know, like it never works out. And then the ghost starts saying something like Nico's ghost, and Theseus is just like, that voice, it's familiar. Like what? And then
he's like, hold on, no, go back in the subject.
Yeah, you know, and then like the spirits are getting restless and like, basically like the dream like starts like shaking, mm-hmm. You know, like the earth is shaking and even Percy's cabin is shaking, and then he kills a fountain. Slices a fountain in half. But yeah, so
fountain.
But yeah, so
expensive.
So it's the next day. They're preparing to go down into the labyrinth, right? Mm-hmm. They start talking. Percy and Charon start talking, right? And He tells them of the dream. Not the Nico part, but like of the Luke part. And they come to the conclusion that maybe the reason they're trying to find Daedalus, right, is so that way he can build Kronos a new body.
Yeah.
You know? And that's like, oh shit. Fucking Titan automaton type shit, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You know. He also tells Charon about Quintus poking around the maze. And Charon knew. Charon knew the entire fucking time. Mm-hmm. But he was just like, sometimes it's easier to keep them close so that way you can keep an eye on them. You know what I mean? And that's the entire reason Quintus is at the camp. He doesn't necessarily trust them. He's just like, we need him here. And then the chapter ends with them heading into the labyrinth. So yeah, that's chapter 5. Yay! I hope you guys liked an hour and 15 minutes of us only going through 5 chapters.
That's fine.
It's okay.
If you cut it shorter, maybe they'll get more downloads. He'll against us.
You know what? You're right.
That's how comedians do it. They like shorten their content. Next thing you know, views.
Yeah, that's what we call brain rot.
Yeah. See, I would do that, but then it's like, okay, now we're taking 4 episodes to do a 20-chapter book, and that's like a whole month. You know, that's 2 months because we do this bi-weekly.
Fuck it, we'll do this shit. I'm just
screw it. Whole 2 books in one day.
Okay, so we are going. So that's where we're gonna end it. Next time, should we just finish the book?
Labyrinth?
Should we just finish the whole book? Should we just do 15 chapters next time?
Alright. We're gonna have it timed. It'll be like a little mini.
We're gonna have to thug it.
Okay. So next episode, we're gonna have a fun game where we're gonna try to run through 15 chapters in less than an hour and a half. Yeah?
Yeah.
So you guys are gonna have fun for that. That one will come out the week after this one. This episode, the next episode, and the episode after that.
6 minutes each one.
Yeah. So this episode, the next episode, and the episode after that are all going to come out weekly. So we got to get on that reading.
On the game.
The reason it's coming out weekly is because we've missed so many things already that it's just like, why? So this is just to make it up to you guys. The next 3 episodes will come out weekly, and then after that, back to our bi-weekly schedule. With that in mind, hope you guys enjoyed listening to this episode. Make sure to find us on Instagram and Threads at Demi-God Discussion.
Dirty Boy Discussion.
I'm currently working on getting our YouTube set up, so by the time this episode comes out, this episode and every episode beforehand will be out on YouTube, if that's how you like your podcast variety. And still working on that TikTok. I've got a couple of clips already. They'll be uploaded soon. And if you have any questions, you can message us on any of us or on our social medias. If you want to send us an email, it's at demigoddiscussion@gmail.com. And with that in mind, you can also leave comments directly in our episodes now through the Spotify app. That's a new feature that we just got.
You guys can talk crap to us now.
Hell yeah. You guys can leave us a review. That's wonderful. Okay. With that in mind, Randy, you want to take us out?
Yep. Oh, wait, hold on. We did it last time together. What's this shit?
You gotta say, see ya.
See ya.